What's up, Dilly Gang? You're watching another video with Dillio, and this is going to be a video that's not related to music production. It's not going to be related to any of that other stuff. And if you clicked on this title, then you already know title. You already know what this video is going to be about. And this is a short story to hopefully inspire somebody out there. I think sharing the story is important, and with the audience that I have here on this platform, I think it's important to talk about health. It's very easy to, I guess, focus on the work and neglect other things. And me for myself, it's been a long journey. So just I just want to tell my story about what happened Saturday, which is yesterday by now, and explains this medal that I got right here and what it means, right? So last Saturday, I ran my first official 5K run, and it was called the freaking Freezing 5K, and it was really cold. It was like 36 degrees out there, but I ran in cold weather before, so I had a little bit of preparation before it. But it's tougher for me to run because it affects my breathing in colder weather than it does in warmer weather. But I have learned to kind of build up a resiliency to it through the training and through the discipline that I got through that. And I did it in 42 minutes, and I was second place in my age group between 35 and 39. My running time was 42 minutes. But I want to talk about how I got there and just kind of share this journey with somebody out there, or somebody out there in the arts, in the music producers world, or somebody who looks at this for inspiration. Uh, I never know who's watching these videos, and it's very easy to get tunnel vision on, oh my gosh, I'm going to make videos that please people, but and it's very easy to focus on numbers. I've talked about that many times, but I wanted to take some time to maybe share a testimony or a journey with someone here who watches my channel who gets inspiration for this. This is not a video that placates to the YouTube algorithm, doesn't placate to anything. It's just me expressing myself and sharing my story on my platform here. So if you know anything about me, if you followed the channel for a while, you know that I was much more heavy set, as you've seen in this room, and even before I got to this location, you might have seen me be more heavy set. So in the midst of that, I was doing a lot of things to. Uh, there was a lot of things I've tried over the years that didn't work, and as far as losing weight, I've always wanted to lose weight, and I've been in that process of losing weight, but I didn't have the tools or resources. Oftentimes, I didn't have money to pay for a trainer. I didn't have money to do anything. So obviously, what I did was go on YouTube, and I learned some things that helped me lose weight. But let's talk about this running journey. So around May was the earliest recorded times that I saw where I started kind of running on the Couch to 5K app. I knew about Couch to 5K for a long time, probably before that. And for a long time, it felt very impossible. And I was at a point to where it was easier for me to get on a bike and ride and work on losing weight that way. And there was even a time, and this is when I was north of 300 pounds. Like I remember about 2011 on record, and I didn't know if I weighed more than that then. I could have easily have, by the way I was eating at the time, weighed over like 317 pounds. So right now I'm hovering at around 256. Lowest I got down was 240. And when I got down to 240, I got comfortable. And once you let yourself get comfortable, you go back up. But back to the running journey. So around May of 2019, I started running, and it was a challenge. And I did build up, but the thing was that those first runs were the hardest because I didn't have the track record. I didn't have the experience of running. I didn't know anything about running or jogging or anything like that. And I had no passions or dreams to become a runner. It wasn't anything like that. It was extremely hard, and those first runs, I can remember training in intervals. And the intervals of when you're using the Couch to 5K app, it just works very simple. Like you got your normal phase, then you got your walking phase, and then you got your running phase, and you switch through these phases so you can recover during your walking and do a short run. Well, I did that for a while, and I was kind of intermittent with that, and I didn't really stick with it. But I did stick with it all the way through to the process to finish the full timing. I don't think I ran a full 3 miles, but I did finish the whole thing. But I wasn't very fast, but I did do that. But in the beginning, it was tough because I didn't know where to run, and I barely had earbuds that would stay in my ears. I had old Walmart shoes. I just found some loose clothes I didn't mind being seen in public in, and I got up there and did it. And I was just out there doing it because I wanted to see if that was something that I could pull off. And eventually, I did go through the whole 3 month process and did that. Then I stopped, and because like, oh, okay, I did it. Boom, I'm done. And I didn't keep doing it. I didn't keep improving. So, a little bit of time went by, and I started doing it again in March. I started over. I took some time off because of some situations that I'll talk about at a later time. Got back into it, and at that time, I was a lot better than I thought I would be because the first time I started, I really struggled. Like I couldn't run for a few minutes at the rate that they wanted me to. Like the wind would be there, or I'd just be out of breath so fast, or just tired, or just worn out. The body, it's amazing. My body wasn't acclimated to run like that. But then as I kept doing it, the body started getting more prepared for it. And it was a grueling process because sometimes after those runs, you just feel beat. But I kept working on it. Fast forward to 2020, I ran and I kept running. I kept running. I got through the whole process. And there was still room for improvement. So I switched from the Couch to 5K app. I was like, all right, great. I did the whole thing, but I wasn't running a full 5K. I switched over to the Nike Run app, and then I started running there, and then my runs were like 45 minutes. And then I kept running and running and running and running. I did it 3 times a week. I didn't feel like it, but I wanted to see what could I do. What can I prove myself? And this was a tool to help me lose weight. This wasn't like I'm interested in being a marathon runner. I'm interested in being a music producer, but I'm also interested in not being an overweight music producer. And I know there's a lot of obesity in our community, and that's a personal preference. And if I could just show that this music producer is doing something about his health and his weight, then maybe that might inspire another producer to do the same thing. Because I never identified it, and life was different, and it was a tough life. I just didn't talk about it much, but I never really. But I did notice that people treated me differently, and then there's a self view of myself that needed work because of my weight. And to be honest with you, I don't buy into the whole. I understand not beating yourself up, but I'm not into that body positive movement thingy that I guess is popping right now. Um, because I know what it meant to eat emotionally. I know what it meant to eat food after a stressful day at work, especially at the churches I used to work at. That's one of the things I would do is I would just go through hell working at these churches doing sound, and then head to the fast food restaurant to sort of eat my troubles away. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with you. But once I understood about nutrition and calories and creating a calorie deficit, that was when I really made the change. But I can go on tangents about this, but just back to the run. So I kept running and I kept improvement. And so my longest time on my app was about, if I could really go there and talk about it, which I am because that's what this video is about. The longest, slowest time I ran, like my first run on this app, it was about 44 minutes doing the whole 3 miles, 5K distance. And the fastest time I got, which was actually a couple weeks ago, was actually 35 minutes and no, like 36 or 30, no, about 36 minutes and some change, or it was like 35 and some change. But I shaved 10 minutes off my time from being dedicated to the running process, running when it was cold. It was just something that I knew I could stick to as I work on things to lose weight. And now I'm adding more things to it and focusing on nutrition. But I just wanted to kind of close the point and say that, I finished the run, and I ended up getting my first medal. And of course, you know, outside looking in, the first look, okay, yeah, it's metal. It's metal. Feels metal. Doesn't feel like plastic. It's made in China, but it has a date on it, and I earned it. And I'm very proud of that because the point is, I couldn't do that. I couldn't run for more than 2 minutes. Now I can bust 3 miles in 36 minutes. That's a transition, and it may not be the thing that everybody is interested in, but it's something I'm interested in, and it's something that I achieved, that I set my mind to do. And in this world of aspiring to be successful or more successful to the next level, I think it's important to use other things as inspirational tools to move you on to the next level. So it shows me that if I can put my mind to certain things in a certain way, you'll get results and you get better at it. I wanted to see, could I do that? And the truth is I could. I wanted to see if Fat Music Producer could run, which is the whole title of this video. I wanted to make it kind of clickbaity, but I wanted to see that. And yeah, you can do it. And if there are any like creatives out there, I'm just speaking a young man because I was a young man. Still am a young man who had challenges with weight and wanted to make improvements. I just want to tell you that it's possible and that you can do it, and that there are tools available out there. There's so much more information out there. You can do that if that's what you want to do. And it's not going to be easy at first, but don't beat yourself on the process. I've been running for about 10 months, working on 11 months now. So it's been a process, and I had to be patient with it. And I had to go through a lot of runs where it sucked, and I was sore, but I was like, what if I kept doing it? My body's getting a little bit more acclimated to this. It gets more tougher. And then the interesting thing is that increased conditioning in cardiovascular carries over into the workplace. Now, whenever I climb up a long flight of stairs, I'm not winded. Now, when I do different other things, now I've increased my basic level of health. So I do this not to as a tool to lose weight, but I just wanted to maintain a basic level of health. Like, all right, I may not be able to do a whole lot of things, but if you ask me, hey, you want to run 3 miles? Yeah, I can do that. I may not do it as fast as you, but I can do it. And I just wanted to share that journey. That's been a long journey, and it's just a story that I wanted to share, that you can go from couch to 5K, from the couch not running all to get to running the whole distance if you stick with it and work with it, and you trust the process and you find your pace, and you don't worry about other people running faster than you want to try. I ran into a lot of people there, little ladies running, dudes, they gone. But I stuck with my pace and my process, and I've learned to enjoy the process, and I learned to make it a part of my life, and it's something I want to stick with for a while. I just want to see how far down this goes. But this provides inspiration to me to pursue more things musically, because there are new things I'm going to try from a music producer career that I haven't tried before, that are now on the internet, so that I can see what else happens, So don't be afraid to try new things. I just wanted to share my story, hopefully inspire somebody. Things like this take a long process, takes time, but if you stay consistent with it, you will get results. And I just want to take that experience and reapply it to my music, reapply it to life, learning to live now and be happy right now, and to not beat yourself up because you didn't achieve certain things. And even finishing the race, it wasn't like a big relief was off of my shoulders. Like, I knew I was going to do it from the training I've done, but it just represented something. And I didn't want to overlook at it like, oh, this ain't nothing. No, I actually pulled something off, and I plan on doing it again. So, and if you want to see my process, all the things I do, weight loss, I do have another channel for that, which is Daily Vlog, where I just kind of vlog. You're welcome to subscribe to that channel if you want to. Link in the description below. And I just wanted to share that. So yeah, it's not a music tutorial. It's just me sharing my story for somebody out there like me who wants to make changes for themselves health wise. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am on a process, and I'm learning things along the way, and I'm getting better for it. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. See you later. Touch.